Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ken Smith, and I am courtside at Fairfield High School, where the Lady Lions are starting their tournament trail tonight by hosting another Shack team, the Peebles Lady Indians. So it is a Shack matchup as tournament action starts here tonight on C103. Over on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge, we have Manchester starting their tournament trail, and they are facing off against Glenwood, New Boston. And, of course, the biggest news in what we have going tournament-wise is the way that tournament is done now. It is 7 total divisions. So as we look at the divisions, these two schools, Fairfield and Peebles, are both in Division 6. Manchester is in Division 7. Tomorrow night, we will have North Adams facing off against Portsmouth. They are both in Division 5. So all of our schools in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference fall into those 3 divisions, 5, 6, and 7. So again, tonight, Division 6 and Division 7. Manchester on 99.5 The Edge. Fairfield and Peebles here on C103 in Division 6. These two teams, of course, did play each other earlier this season. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's talk about their records as the season concluded. Fairfield did win the top spot in Division 2. And, of course, North Adams on top of Division 1 in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. Peebles is in Division 1. They finished in 3rd with a conference record of 6 wins and 7 losses. Overall record, 9 wins and 13 losses. A little better on the Fairfield Lady Lions side. Of course, they finished first place Division 2 with a 12-1 record, and they were 16-6 overall. So 5 non-conference losses, 1 conference loss. The non-conference losses for the Fairfield Lady Lions include Greenfield McLean, East Clinton, Claremont Northeastern, Minford, and Huntington. Some pretty good opponents there that were able to defeat Fairfield, and the one Shack team defeating them, North Adams. It did take 4 sets for North Adams to get that job done against the Fairfield Lady Lions. All right, that's a look at what both teams did this season. We'll take a quick break and be back and talk about the last time these two teams faced off in conference play right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure. What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you'd like to watch this game, you can do so on GoodGuysRadioTV.com. If you've got a smart TV, the easiest thing to do is go to our YouTube channel. Just search for Good Guys Radio TV. You will find our YouTube channel. You can watch it there. Or if you want to watch it on your smart device, you can do that at GoodGuysRadioTV.com or also YouTube and then Facebook as well. By the way, Brandon Rigdon producing everything over on the Good Guys side with video tonight. On the radio, it's Miley Smith and Sarah Rigdon producing our volleyball games this evening. Now, let's talk about what happened the last time these two teams met. It was a 4-set match, Fairfield winning it 3-1. In the first set, Fairfield won it 25-16, 25-15 in the second set. The third set is the one that Peebles won, 25-20, and then Fairfield coming back in that fourth set and winning that one 25-20. Looking at the offense for kills, a lot more on the side of Fairfield. 48 total kills for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Joby Hatton led the team with 28. McKinley Cox and Remy Moon both had 6 kills each. with Jaden Drury and Kelsey Clark having 2 kills apiece and Mackenzie Anderson with 4 kills. So a total of 48 kills, again, on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions. For the Peebles Lady Indians, 13 kills there. Leading the team, Angel Gray with 6. Ava Brumley was second with 4. And Kaylin Musser was also in the kill column with 3. So again, 48 kills versus 13 kills, Fairfield and Peebles, in that first time that these two teams met. No doubt about it, a lot of offensive power on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions. On the season, they have 824 kills coming into this match. Joby Hatton leads the team with 364. In second place, Remy Moon with 146. And then you've got Mackenzie Anderson with 106 and McKinley Cox with 101. So a lot of power hitting on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions. All right, we are not too far from the start of this game. We're going to take another quick break and be back to look at the roster for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Peebles Lady Indians, right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV networks.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
McCarty & Associates, with offices in Hillsborough, Washington Courthouse, and Loveland, is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm celebrating over 50 years of service, serving southern and southwestern Ohio. McCarty & Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty & Associates can take your vision and help make it a reality. Visit McCartyandAssociates.com for a complete list of services.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Cameron Carroll wearing number 31, and Abby Smalley, a senior, wearing number 32. Lainey Barr wears number 20. She is a senior. Aubrey Sturgill, a sophomore, wears number 44. And rounding out the roster, a sophomore wearing number 25. That is Addison Puckett. That's a look at the roster for the Peebles Lady Indians. By the way, stick with me for post-game. I will talk to the winning coach in the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. I'll also name a Snappy Tomato Pizza C103 Player of the Match. We, of course, do that after every match. And one last time, well, I shouldn't say one last time, just another time, I'd like to remind you to tune in tomorrow night as we will have North Adams versus Portsmouth, 7 o'clock tip-off time, so we'll hit the air somewhere around 6:40, 6:45, and that game will be on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV as well. And that's all we'll have this week for tournament volleyball. We'll have more for you next week, but only the 3 games this week. All right, we are just about ready to do some things here courtside. When we come back, we'll look at the Fairfield Lady Lions roster right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV network.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive showed through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say, good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Snappy tomato pizza. Hey, did you hear you could get a large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi for just $13.99?
What about pepperoni and mushroom?
Yep, add a 2-liter of Pepsi and it's just $13.99.
What about ham and extra cheese?
Yep, that's
chicken and onions?
Yep.
What about my favorite, chicken and bacon?
Yeah, any large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi is just $13.99. Hey, to find your neighborhood Snappy and to order online, go to snappytomato.com. Snappy Delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right, it's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Take a look at the roster for the Fairfield Lady Lions. It'll start with a freshman. Wearing number 2, that's Georgia May. Maya McIntosh is a junior, wearing number 3. Shelby Pelton, a junior, wears number 4. Number 6 is Remy Moon. She's a sophomore. Joby Hatton, a senior, wears number 7. Paisley Stallhut, a freshman, wears number 8. Mackenzie Anderson wears number 9. She's a senior. Jaden Drury is a junior, wearing number 11. McKinley Cox wears number 15. She's a senior. Alyssa Bales, a sophomore, wears number 19. Kelsey Clark wears number 21. She's a senior. Kinsley Drury is wearing number 17. She's a sophomore. And rounding out the roster, Kelsey Crowder wearing number 22. She is a freshman. Head coach is Jerica Stackhouse. And Leslie Hatton is her assistant. And also along with Stephanie Haynes. That's a look at the roster for the Fairfield Lady Lions. By the way, our officials for tonight's contest, there are 4 OHSAA officials. You have 2 doing the normal officiating duties, and then they actually have OHSAA certified officials doing the line judging as well. So it's Shelby Hitchens, DJ Jones, William Reed, and John Byer are your 4 officials for tonight's matchup. Again, this is a tournament game, even though it is 2 of our Southern Hills athletic teams. This is the first round of tournament for both of these teams. So we'll take another quick break, be back to look at starters, and have our first serve right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right, it's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Starting tonight for the Peebles Lady Indians, the visiting team on the scoreboard, it'll be Kaylin Musser, Ava Brumley, Angel Gray, Ashlyn Abbott, Ella Richards, and Abby Smalley. Starting on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, it'll be Georgia May, Remy Moon, Joby Hatton, Mackenzie Anderson, McKinley Cox, and Kelsey Clark. Those are your starters on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, and I believe the Lady Lions will have the first serve. We'll find that out in just a moment as everybody gets set and ready to go. Again, if you're just tuning in, you can watch this game as well at goodguysradiotv.com. You can go to our YouTube channel, search for Good Guys Radio TV, or on Facebook, search for Good Guys Radio TV as well. Make sure you like and share. And, of course, you'll want to subscribe on YouTube as well. All right, the officials are checking the positions. While they are doing that, let's talk about next weekend tournament on the 19th. I better get over to my other schedule. That'll be easier to read. On the 19th, which is this Saturday, we'll have Fayetteville versus the winner of Miami Valley Christian Academy or St. Bernard. There's a play-in game there. That whoever wins that game will face off against Fayetteville. That is this Saturday. So I guess we do actually have 4 games this week. And then we have a break until Wednesday of next week. So tomorrow night, it'll be North Adams versus Portsmouth. Saturday, Fayetteville versus Miami Valley Christian or St. Bernard. And then we'll talk about next week a little bit later on because we are ready for the first serve. Back to serve first is going to be Remy Moon for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Peebles will have a free return. And now setting up for not a real hard attack at all was Kelsey Clark. And same thing coming back the other direction, Smalley with another free return. As Peebles and Fairfield both kind of feeling each other out here a little bit. There's a free return by Peebles. That was Gray. And now we're going to have an attack. That is off the hands of Joby Hatton, and it's good. So the Fairfield Lady Lions score the first point with a kill by Joby Hatton. Moon again back to serve for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Moon will serve that into the back row. Peebles will set it up for Gray. Does not try a hard attack at all. Let's see if Fairfield will. Nope, they have a pretty soft attack as well. That was Hatton trying. Now Smalley will try a dink at the net. That didn't work. Hatton will try a dink, and did she get that one to stay in? She did. Right on the line, Joby Hatton gets her second kill with a dink. Moon back to serve again. Moon clips the top of the net, and that ends up as a service error. So back to serve for Peebles is going to be Abigail Smalley. Her first serve received in the back row. Lady Lions Moon will set it to Hatton, free return. And then on the side of Peebles, Abbott returns it. Now we'll have an attack. And I'm not sure exactly who that was. It'll take a moment for me to get everybody's name in my head. Looks like that was Cox. Couldn't get that one to go. Now Brumley on the attack. Nice dig by Fairfield. Saved by Hatton. They'll set Gray up for an attack this time, and it's good. Angel Gray gets her first kill. So Peebles quickly ties it up at 2 apiece. As Abigail Smalley again back to serve. Smalley serves into the back row. They'll set Hatton up for an attack. That one's too strong. Ends up out of bounds, and Peebles gets the point. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we would invite you to find the pink car for the cure. It's out and about. I believe Thursday it'll be in Peebles at the new Napa store in Peebles. So go check out the pink car, sign your name. It's only $1. Of course, you can donate more than that if you'd like. Hatton scores another kill with, again, kind of a dink at the net or a soft attack, either way you want to look at it. Cox will step back to serve this time for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Anyway, Thursday in Peebles, check out the pink car for the cure at the Napa store. All that money being raised will go to the Adams County Medical Foundation. And by the way, that ended up as an ace to get that score. Brumley, soft attack. No score there. Now Hatton tries an attack. Peebles able to keep it alive. Brumley to Gray. And they're going to call her for a double hit. So the score will go to the Fairfield Lady Lions. Abigail Smalley is going to receive it in the back row. Gray on the attack for Peebles is in. Angel Gray gets kill number 2. Peebles regains the serve. Still trailing by 1. Back to serve is going to be Abbott. Ashlyn Abbott serves across, received by, I think that was Moon. No, that was not Moon. That was Anderson. And now on the attack, too strong. That was Hatton. So the point went to Peebles, and Abbott steps back to serve again as we are tied at 5 apiece. Serve received in the back row. This time it was Moon. Receiving that one on the attack was Georgia May. And that one ends up out of bounds as well, and Peebles takes a 1-point lead. Abbott again serving for the Lady Indians. Moon receives it in the back row. They'll set it up for Hatton on the attack. Dug out by Peebles and returned. Free return off the hands of Gray. Moon, and then the set by Clark, and the attack there, I believe that was Hatton again. Ends up going off the block, out of bounds, and the point will score for Fairfield. That'll tie us back up at 6 apiece, and stepping back to serve is Clark. Clark serves into the back row. Barr receiving, and it ended up going out of bounds, so that'll be an ace. Second ace for Fairfield, first one for Clark. Clark back to serve again, this time received by Smalley. Barr with a touch, and Gray with a free return. Comes over to Moon, and they'll set it up for another free return by Fairfield. This time that was Anderson. Barr to Brumley. Brumley tried to dump, that didn't work. Now Hatton on the attack. Peebles saves it, keeps it alive. Barr with the return. That works out well as Brumley actually ended up with the return. And now Abbott to Brumley. Another free return by Peebles. Hatton on the attack for Fairfield. It was in. Joby Hatton gets her 5th kill. 2-point lead now for the Fairfield Lady Lions. 8-6 in our first set of the match. Clark back to serve again. Two-point lead for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Again, Kelsey Clark. Clark with the serve. Comes across to Barr, and nobody there for a second hit. Clark gets another ace. 2 aces in this at serve for Clark. 3-point lead now for the Fairfield Lady Lions, 9-6. We're in the first set. Barr receives it. Quick touch by Musser. Gray will return it. Another free return. Clark will set it up to Hatton for an attack, and Abigail Smalley was able to dig it, but it went into the net instead of going over the net. So I believe that was Hatton with that kill. All right, so again, Clark back to serve. And now Fairfield trying to save it. Free return off the hands of Hatton. Abbott will set it. Gray on the attack. That one's good. Angel Gray gets her 3rd kill. Out will come Barr. In will go Richards. And back to serve will be Gray. First serve for Gray. Oh, that one ends up short in the net for a service error. So Peebles couldn't capitalize there. They give it right back to the Fairfield Lady Lions. Hatton with her first serve. And going to end up with an ace. 4th ace for the Lady Lions. First one for Hatton. 12-7 the score now. Fairfield leading Peebles. Gray receives it this time. Abbott with a touch. Richards on the attack. And Fairfield keeps it alive and returns it. Nice save there by May. And then a miscue on the side of Peebles, and Fairfield gets a lucky point. Hatton back to serve again. 6-point lead now for the Lady Lions. Peebles needs to stop the bleeding here as that was received and overpassed. And Fairfield tried the overkill, and then Anderson kind of ended up in a joust at the net and got the point. We'll give Anderson a kill there. 14-7 with a timeout called. Fairfield leading Peebles. We're back after this timeout on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
McCarty & Associates with offices in Hillsborough, Washington Courthouse, and Loveland is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm celebrating over 50 years of service, serving southern and southwestern Ohio. McCarty & Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty & Associates can take your vision and help make it a reality. Visit McCartyandAssociates.com for a complete list of services.
Second kill for Mackenzie Anderson. Fifth serve now for Joby Hatton. Hatton serves an ace. Second ace in this at serve for Joby Hatton. Hatton, one of four seniors. Yeah, four seniors on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions. Smalley receives it. It'll be set for Richards on the attack, and it's good. Ella Richards gets her first kill for the Peebles Lady Indians. And that will send Brumley back to serve. Peebles trailing by 8. Brumley serves it right into the middle and returned by Anderson. And it's good. Wow, she did not elevate that time. Had a floor attack, and it still ended up as a kill. That'll be her third. Back to serve now is the libero, Alyssa Bales. Bales serves it to Brumley in the back row. And Peebles breaks the plane underneath as Abbott couldn't stop her momentum. And that will give a point to the Fairfield Lady Lions. They now lead it 18-8, 10-point lead. This is the first set of the match. Bales serves it across to Gray. Abbott will set it. Smalley with a soft return. And that ends up working out for the Peebles Lady Indians as the first pass went into the net and Anderson couldn't save it out of the net. So the point goes to Peebles and Musser will serve. Musser serves it into the back row. Hatton now on the attack is McKinley Cox. Peebles able to return it. Free return off the hands of Smalley. Now Anderson on the attack. Nice save by Brumley and returned off the hands of Abbott. They'll set it up again, and that was Cox on the attack. What do we got, a carry? No. Might have been in the net. Yeah, I think they're going to say Richards was in the net. So that'll end up with a successful kill for Cox. Anderson serving again. Serves into the back row, received by Musser. Smalley with an attack. That does not work. Now attacking back the other direction is Remy Moon, and it's good. Moon gets her first kill. Timeout again called by Peebles. They trail it 20-9. Fairfield on top. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mackenzie Anderson back to serve on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions. Again, they are on top by 11 in our first set of the match. Anderson serves it in the back to Gray. And then Musser, and returned off the hands of Abbott, but it ends up out of bounds. She had to return that behind her back, couldn't see where it was going, ended up out. Substitution as Alyssa Smalley coming in to replace Ashlyn Abbott on the side of the Peebles Lady Indians. Anderson again back to serve. Anderson serving it into the back row. Gray will get a touch. Richards will return it. Clark is going to set Cox up for an attack, and it's good. McKinley Cox gets her second kill. Special thanks to our season sponsors, including Willie & Son Trucking, Baxla Tractor Sales, and Peebles Monument Company. A few of our season sponsors. Anderson back to serve again. That ends up out of bounds for a service error. And Barr will rotate in as Richards comes out. Barr stepping back to serve for the Peebles Lady Indians. And gets an ace on her first serve. Make it 22-11. Fairfield leading, Barr serving. Barr serves into the back row to Hatton. Clark, and then Moon on the attack. It's good. Remy Moon gets her second kill. By the way, Moon, only a sophomore, made it to state in girls track earlier this spring, last year's school year, as only a freshman, and finished in 8th place in the high jump at the state level in track. Pretty impressive. Nice block. That was Hatton and Cox with a block at the net and scoring a point for Fairfield with Moon serving. Smalley will return for Peebles. Hatton to Clark, sets it back to Hatton for the attack. Peebles able to save it. Barr, and then Gray returns. Free return. Comes over to Cox, and now Cox on the attack. That's returned, but overpassed. Cox tried the overkill. That didn't work. Who they're going to set this time? It'll be Hatton for the attack. Save again, this time by Brumley. Returned by Smalley, and then they're going to say Gray was in the net. Yeah, Angel Gray was in the net. So the point will go to Fairfield, and that'll do it. 25-11, your final score in set number 1 as Fairfield wins that one. We'll take a break and be back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxla Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxla Tractor.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive showed through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Get set for the Shack Hoops season ahead with our newest show, the Good Guys Radio TV Basketball 30. 10 a.m. each day this week, Monday through Friday. And tomorrow it will be North Adams, girls and boys, on Basketball 30. That will premiere at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Quick look at the stats for the Peebles side. Angel Gray, I had her with 3 kills. Ella Richards with 1 kill. And 1 ace also, that was for Laney Barr. On the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, I had Remy Moon with 2 kills. Joby Hatton with 6. Mackenzie Anderson 3. And McKinley Cox had 2 kills. Aces, well, Joby Hatton had 2. McKinley Cox had 1. And Kelsey Clark had 2. Fairfield won set number 1. Clark with the set. Moon on the attack. Barr dug it in the back row, but nobody there for a second hit. Peebles built a campfire. So a 1-0 lead now for Fairfield. And back to serve is going to be Moon. I was talking about Remy Moon competing at the state level in the high jump. The reason I was mentioning that is because she has a tremendous vertical leap. And an attack by Brumley will be too strong, ends up out the backside. Point goes to Fairfield. Anyway, Moon has an incredible vertical leap that enables her to attack quite well for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Again, only a sophomore. Overpassed on the side of Peebles for a free return. Now Cox on the attack. Dug out in the back row. I'm not sure who that was on the dig. Fairfield struggling with it, though. And the attack ends up being good. So now back to serve is going to be Abbott for Peebles. Abbott with the serve, received in the back row by Bales. Clark with the set to Hatton for an attack. Dug out by Smalley. Ends up as an overpass. Gray who tries the dump. That doesn't work. Hatton will return it with a dink, and that works. Joby Hatton, smart play there for kill number 7. Fairfield sending McKinley Cox back to serve now. Cox will serve it to Barr in the back row. Abbott with a touch. Gray with a free return. Comes over to Moon. Clark will set Hatton. That's too strong. Ends up out the backside. Peebles gets the score. Serving for Peebles is going to be Gray. Richards will come in, replace Barr. Angel Gray with the serve. Bales receives it. Clark will set it. Hatton with the attack, and it's good. 8 kills now for Joby Hatton. That'll give the serve back to the Fairfield Lady Lions. They lead it 4-2 in our second set. They lead the match 1-0. Clark back to serve. Clark serves it across to Gray. Abbott, and now returned off the hands of Musser. And Clark tried to dump that time. That didn't work. And Remy Moon, just trying to save it, ends up putting it out of bounds. Score will go to Peebles. Brumley now back to serve for the Lady Indians. Lady Indians trail by 1. Clark will set it for the Lions. Floor attack by Hatton is too strong, as they often are when you attack from the floor. If you don't elevate. Point goes to Peebles. Brumley back to serve again. We're tied at 4 apiece. Serving received by Bales. And now Anderson tried a sneak attack there. That didn't work. Back the other direction. Smalley attacking. Hatton now on the attack. Another soft one. Abbott will set Richards for Peebles on the attack. It's too strong. Fairfield gets the point. Lady Lions regaining the lead 5-4. Somebody might have hit a milestone there. Remy Moon maybe. As I saw a sign get held up. And they're not going to stop the match to acknowledge that because of this being a tournament game. But I think that might have been 500 something. 500 kills maybe. Digs, 500 digs for Moon. All right, back to action. As Peebles not able to return it. Hatton back to serve. Hatton, oh, wow, nice drop. The spin on that ball. Hatton gets an ace. That's her third in the match. 4-point lead now for the Lady Lions, 8-4. Joby Hatton again serving. Stick with us for the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show and also Snappy Tomato Pizza C103 Player of the Match. I'll name one of those. Abigail Smalley scores a kill with a dink. And back to serve is going to be Musser. Peebles trailing by 3. Hatton receives it. Fairfield struggling. They were able to get the return. Abbott will set Smalley. She'll try a soft attack. That doesn't work. Now returning it is Moon. Comes over to Gray. Abbott will set it. Smalley attacking and ends up out of bounds. Fairfield gets the point. Bales will go back to serve for the Lady Lions. Cox will come back in. Also for Fairfield. Not sure who checked out. Bales with the serve and might get an ace. Nope. Gray able to get the return. Comes back to Bales. Clark's going to set Moon up for an attack. Nice dig, but Peebles couldn't return it. Moon gets the kill. 3 kills now for Moon. Bales will serve. 5-point lead for the Lady Lions, 10-5. Served into the back row, Musser. Then Brumley with a touch, and Gray could not get the return. Fairfield gets the point. Timeout's going to be called by Peebles. Fairfield leading it 11-5 in our second set of the match. Fairfield leads the match 1-0. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Hey, did you hear you could get a large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi for just $13.99?
What about pepperoni and mushroom?
Yep, add a 2-liter of Pepsi and it's just $13.99.
What about ham and extra cheese?
Yep, that's
chicken and onions?
Yep.
What about my favorite, chicken and bacon?
Yeah, any large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi is just $13.99. Hey, to find your neighborhood Snappy and to order online, go to snappytomato.com. Snappy Delivery.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, join C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV as we team up for the SATH Radiothon, the annual Radiothon, benefiting Camp Dovetail. That'll be on Monday, October 21st. That's next Monday. We'll be discussing all things Camp Dovetail as they raise some money as well. Point will score for Peebles as the attack by Fairfield drops short in the net. Back to serve is going to be Laney Barr. Barr serves it into the back row to Anderson. Clark will set Anderson for an attack. Gray with a block. And Peebles trying to keep it alive. Joust at the net. Point will go to Peebles, as I believe they're going to say Cox got into the net maybe. Barr back to serve. By the way, we should probably give Gray a kill there. And now Fairfield, while I was marking that stat, I think Fairfield couldn't get the return, had 4 hits or something. Those of you watching know what happened. Barr back to serve again. Watching, that is, on Good Guys Radio TV. Clark will set Cox up as she gets the kill to go as it ends up going off of Gray. Gray with the attempted block. 3rd kill for Cox, and serving is going to be Anderson. Anderson serves it across the bar. Abbott with a touch. Gray tries the attack. Fairfield able to keep it alive. Returning it is Moon. Back to Barr. Abbott again. Smalley with a free return. And now Moon on the attack. Gray with a nice block. Anderson gets a touch. Moon could not get the return. Let's give Gray the block there. 12-9 the score. Fairfield leading Peebles. Peebles trying to close the gap. They trail it by just 3. That was Smalley with the serve, and Peebles gets the point. It's Fairfield. Called for the lift. Or the carry, however you want to call that. Smalley again serving. Clark will set Moon for an attack. And returned by Smalley. That was a nice dig over to Barr. Now Abbott will set Brumley for an attack. Off the block. Fairfield might struggle to return. Cox gets it over the net. Comes over to Gray. They'll set Gray up for an attack this time. Nice dig by Anderson. And Moon on the attack. Smalley was able to dig it, but it went out of bounds off the dig. So the kill there goes to Anderson. And Moon back to serve. 3-point lead for Fairfield. Moon serves it across to Barr, and Peebles not able to return. Credit Moon with the ace. 4-point lead now for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Again, this is tournament action, first round of tournament action for Division 6. Barr returning it for Peebles. Clark will set Hatton up for an attack. Nice save by Musser. Overpassed it. Cox now attacking. Musser again a dig, but Barr couldn't get to it for a second hit. And that'll end up with Cox getting her 4th kill. Moon back to serve again. 5-point lead for Fairfield, 15-10. Fairfield leads the match 1-0. Moon serving it to Barr, and that one ended up in the net on the Peebles side. Always tough to save it out of the net. So Moon gets the ace, her second, and again steps back to serve. Clips the net. Musser with a touch, then Smalley. Abbott returns it. Comes over to Cox. Clark back to Cox, and she gets another kill. Oh, where'd it go? The ball is over here underneath me. There we go. 5 kills now for McKinley Cox. Remy Moon back to serve again. I have this as her 11th serve in the match. 6th serve in this set. That one, though, is a service error. Ends up too strong, out of bounds. 6-point lead for Fairfield as Peebles regains the serve. Abbott will step back to serve for the Lady Indians. Bales will receive it. Clark will set it. Hatton with the attack, and it's good. Joby Hatton gets kill number 9. Oh, no, they gave that point to Peebles. All right, we'll take that one back. Must have ended up out of bounds. All right, back to serve again is Abbott. Bales receives it. Clark will set it. Cox will attack this time. Gray with a nice, came off the block attempt by Gray. Smalley. And now too strong. There, Clark ended up trying to attack instead of setting it, and it ended up out of bounds. Abbott serving again. Peebles closing the gap. Back within 4. Clark sets it to Cox for the attack. Comes across to Abbott. Gray will set it. Musser on the attack. Moon with a dig. Clark sets Hatton for the attack. And I think that's going to be good. It is. So that time it did work out for Joby Hatton. She gets her 9th kill. Coming back in is Georgia May. Bales went out. Cox will serve for Fairfield. 5-point lead for the Lions. Received in the back row by Musser. Abbott to Gray for the free return. Hatton trying to save it. And a dink at the net by May did not work out. Now Brumley tries to return the same thing. That also doesn't work. Hatton on the attack, and it's good. 10 kills now for Joby Hatton. Coming up this Sunday on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge, the Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Cleveland Browns. Pregame at 11:30, kickoff at 1. Barr receives in the back row. Abbott back to Barr. Barr returns it. Comes across to May. They'll set Hatton up for an attack. Nice dig and save by Peebles. Brumley on the attack gets the kill. Barr comes out. Richards comes in for the Lady Indians, as they will regain the serve. They trail by 5. 19-14 the score. Fairfield on top. Fairfield leads the match 1-0. Gray will serve. Gray. Received in the back row. Clark sets Hatton up for an attack. Nice save. Richards jousting at the net. And Clark ends up winning that one. We'll give Clark a kill there. And Clark will now have the serve. Fairfield leads it 20-14. Clark with the serve. And she'll score an ace. That'll be her third one in the match. Peebles going to call the timeout. They're trailing it 21-14 the score. Fairfield leading. Also Fairfield leading the match 1-0. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Coming out of the timeout, I believe it's going to be Fairfield with the serve. Yeah, back to serve is going to be Kelsey Clark. Lady Lions with a 7-point lead in our second set of the match. Clark serves it to Gray in the back row. Abbott will set it. Richards on the attack for Peebles. Little strong, ends up out of bounds. Fairfield gets the point. Clark again back to serve. Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. They sponsor our player of the match. We'll name one after this one. It's part of our post game. On the attack, Musser gets the kill for Peebles. That'll be her first kill, and Brumley will step back to serve. Brumley serves it into the back row to Anderson. Clark sets Hatton for an attack. That's too strong. Goes out of bounds, and Peebles gets the point. Cuts it back to 6. Brumley again serves, this time received by Moon. Clark sets it, and on the attack, that was Anderson, and she gets the kill. 5 kills now for Mackenzie Anderson. Serving will be Joby Hatton for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Hatton received in the back row by Gray. Smalley on the attack, comes off the block, and nobody can save it. Smalley, that's Abigail Smalley, gets her second kill. Peebles will send Musser back to serve. Trailing it by 6. Musser serves it into the back row to Hatton. Clark will set it. Moon on the attack. Peebles returns it off the hands of Abbott. Clark sets it again. This time Hatton with a back row attack received by Gray. They'll set Smalley up for an attack, and that one is good. Abigail Smalley gets her third kill, all 3 of them in this set. Musser back to serve again. Cuts it back to 5. Serves across to Hatton. Clark will set it. Anderson tries a soft attack. That doesn't work. Richards returns it. Now with an attack is May. Peebles able to save that. Smalley attacking for the Lady Indians. What do we got? Somebody from Fairfield, I think, was in the net. All right, Peebles gets the point. So Musser again with the serve. Clark will set Moon up for an attack, and that one is good. 4 kills now for Remy Moon. And it is set point as Cox will come back in, replacing May. Bales will step back to serve. Set point now for Fairfield, 24-19. Bales serves into the back row to Brumley. Abbott will set Smalley up. She has to try the dink. Now Cox on the attack, comes off of the block, and Peebles couldn't return it. So Cox ends up getting a successful kill, albeit a light one, and that gets the win for Fairfield. 25-19 your score in set number 2. Lady Lions lead the match 2-0. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
Before the overtime thrillers.
Dribbling ahead off the right side. Goes the length of the floor for a layup. Up, we're tied. We're going to overtime.
Before the timely trifectas.
Step back 3 at the buzzer. It's good!
Before basketball comes to the shack, join C103 and Good Guys Radio TV for Basketball 30. Coming soon. Stay tuned. If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
McCarty & Associates with offices in Hillsborough, Washington Courthouse, and Loveland is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm celebrating over 50 years of service, serving southern and southwestern Ohio. McCarty & Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty & Associates can take your vision and help make it a reality. Visit McCartyandAssociates.com for a complete list of services.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Number 2 for Peebles. I had Musser with 1 kill, Brumley with a kill, Gray with 2 kills, and Smalley with 3 kills. Over on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, I had Moon with 2 kills, Hatton with 4, Anderson with 2, Cox with 4, and Clark with 1. We are ready for set number 3. By the way, your officials, Shelby Hitchens, DJ Jones, William Reed, and John Byer, officiating this contest tonight for Division 6 tournament action. First round of district. No longer do we have a sectional. It is a 3-game district now, as with the 7 divisions. Things have changed as far as the way that they do the service air to start things off. Who was that? Moon, I think, with that. Anyway, 7 divisions again, and the change in the OHSAA and how they do tournament action. Hatton with a soft kill, or a dink, gets the score there. Abbott will come out, in will go Alyssa Smalley on the side of Peebles. And Cox will step back to serve. McKinley Cox with the serve. We're tied in set 3 at 1 apiece. And Peebles, Smalley, wow, got the return. Nice save. Oh, but an overpass ends up scoring a point for Fairfield. As Gray misjudged it, she was going to try and get an overkill off the overpass, and that didn't work. So Cox back to serve again. Fairfield got the point. Cox serving it to Barr. Brumley with a touch and return by Alyssa Smalley. Comes over to Moon. Clark is going to set Hatton, tries a soft attack. Back the other direction. Brumley on the attack, blocked at the net. Peebles keeps it alive. Smalley returns. That'll come over to Moon. Clark will set Hatton, blocked by Gray. Clark again sets Hatton. This time Hatton finds the hole and gets her 12th kill. It was a nice block by Gray, though. We'll score that. Lady Lions now lead it by 2, 3-1, with McKinley Cox serving. Cox serves it across to Barr in the back row for Peebles. Smalley sets Brumley up for an attack. Dug out in the back row by Moon. Clark will set, that was May for an attack. Peebles returns it. Free return off the hands of Brumley. Now Clark to Hatton for an attack. Dug out by Smalley. Gray gets a dump, but it goes out of bounds. Nice try, but it ended up out of bounds, and Fairfield scores the point. Cox back to serve again. Fairfield on top by 3. It's received by Barr, and it's an overpass, and Clark gets an overkill. Her second one. Cox back to serve again. Barr receives it in the back row. Smalley will set Gray up for an attack. Dug out by Anderson. Now Hatton will try an attack, and it's good. Joby Hatton gets kill number 13. 5-point lead now for the Lady Lions with Cox serving. Received in the back row by Abigail Smalley. Gray on the attack is good. Angel Gray gets her 5th kill. And serving is going to be Alyssa Smalley. Her first serve in the match. Peebles trailing by 4, 6-2. Smalley serves it into the back row. And they set up Hatton for an attack. Barr with a nice dig. Smalley to Brumley. Free return. Comes over to, I think it was Anderson. Clark sets Hatton, blocked by Gray. And that scores a point as it goes out of bounds off Fairfield. That's the 3rd block I've scored for Gray. She's probably got twice as many as that. Smalley again back to serve. Peebles back within 3. Smalley will drop it short in the net for a service error. That will send Clark back to serve. For the Fairfield Lady Lions, her team leading it by 4. And she'll return it with a service error. Barr comes out, Richards comes in, and Gray steps back to serve for Peebles. Gray serves it to Anderson. Clark sets Hatton up for an attack. Nice dig by Gray, returned by Musser. Clark will set Anderson up this time, and she'll get the kill. 6 kills now for Mackenzie Anderson. Joby Hatton now serves for Fairfield. 4-point lead for the Lady Lions. Hatton serves it to Brumley. Alyssa Smalley will set Richards. Soft attack, but it works. 2nd kill for Ella Richards. Brumley will step back to serve for Peebles. Brumley serves it into the back row to Bales. Hatton with a touch and returned by Moon. Another soft attack, but it ends up scoring a point. We'll give her a kill for that. That's 5. Cox back in, replacing May, and serving is going to be Bales. Bales going to score an ace. First ace of the match for Alyssa Bales. Timeout Peebles as they trail it by 5, 10-5. Lady Lions lead the match 2-0. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Bachelor Tractor.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. I will talk to the winning coach after this match as part of our post game. That's the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Bales back to serve again, received by Gray. Smalley to Smalley for a soft attack. That doesn't work. Anderson tries a dump. That also doesn't work. Abigail Smalley on the attack, dug out by Hatton. Moon attacking for Fairfield. Gray with a nice dig. And Smalley tries a dink. That does not work. Fairfield keeping it alive. Anderson attacking. Richards blocking. And this point will go to Peebles. Ella Richards gets a block. Back to serve is Musser. Musser serves it across to Hatton. Clark will set it to Anderson. She'll try a floor attack, and it works. Rolled down the top of the net. She got really lucky there. Mackenzie Anderson scores kill number 7, and Anderson will step back to serve. Serves into the back row to Brumley. Smalley, and then Richards returns it. Comes over to Hatton. Clark will set up an attack by Moon. It's good. 6 kills for Remy Moon in the match. Anderson back to serve again. Received in the back row by Brumley. Smalley to Smalley. That's Abigail Smalley returning it. Clark is going to set Cox up. She'll try a soft attack and ended up 4 hits. So point scores. So Cox got the point. Well, they're going to replay that one. Going to say it was only 3 hits. So they'll have to replay that. Yeah, they'll replay it. So Mackenzie Anderson will step back to serve. Fairfield leads by 6, 12-6. In the 3rd set of the match, Fairfield leads the match 2-0. Richards tries the dump. Anderson to Clark. Now with the attack is Moon, and it's good. 7 kills for Remy Moon. Anderson back to serve. Received by Musser. Alyssa Smalley to Gray. Gray gets another kill. 6 kills for Angel Gray. Richards will now serve for Peebles. Richards with a jump serve received by Anderson. Clark will set it. Hatton tries a mid-floor attack, ends up dropping it short in the net. Point goes to Peebles. Peebles back within 5. Richards again serving. Comes across to Hatton. Clark will set it. Moon attacks. Brumley with the dig. Smalley will set Gray. Blocked by Cox. Nice block. McKinley Cox, that's her 2nd block I've scored in the match. Barr in to replace Richards. Moon will step back to serve. Moon serves it across to Brumley. And Smalley overpassed it, and that set up Kelsey Clark for an overkill. Give her her 3rd kill. Moon again serving. 7-point lead for Fairfield. 15-8 the score. Brumley, or no, that was Musser with the receiving the serve, but it ended up out of bounds. That'll score an ace for Moon. That would be her 3rd ace in the match. She had 2 in the 2nd set, but she drops that one short for a service error. Abigail Smalley back to serve on the side of Peebles. Serves it across to Bales. Clark will set Hatton for an attack. Nice block by Gray, but Hatton saves it. Hatton again attacks. Goes into the back row to Musser. Smalley to Gray. Gray with a free return. Comes across to Clark. Then Cox back to Clark for the attack. And that is returned by Smalley. Nice save. Smalley will set it again to Gray. Gray tried to find a hole there. Didn't work. Clark returns it. Punches it into the back row. Barr saves it. Now Brumley attacking for Peebles, and it's good. Ava Brumley gets her second kill. Peebles gets the point, and Smalley will step back to serve again. Peebles trailing by 6. Smalley serving. Received by Bales. Clark will set Hatton for an attack, and that is good. Joby Hatton gets kill number 14. Again, it'll be North Adams tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Basketball 30. You can listen in on the radio or watch the interviews on goodguysradiotv.com. Again, that's Basketball 30, our new preseason preview. And that's going to score a point for Fairfield, as they could not return the serve by Cox. 8-point lead now for Fairfield, 18-10. Cox serves it across to Musser. Abbott will set it. Brumley on the attack. Dug out in the back row by Moon. Now they'll set up Hatton for an attack. Smalley with a one-hand save returns it and scores a point. Bales rotates in for Cox. And serving for Peebles is going to be Abbott. Peebles needs to win this set to stay alive. Clark is going to set Hatton up for a kill. Peebles saving it and returning it. Nice. Clark sets up, I believe that was Hatton for an attack. Nice job there by Musser. Instead of setting it, Musser returns it for what normally would kind of be a dump, but it wasn't really like a dump. It was more like a early kill, and that worked. Hatton on the attack for Fairfield. Barr dug it out, but it went up and hit the backboard. That's always tough because that means it comes back down real fast, and Peebles couldn't save it. Clark back to serve for Fairfield. Barr receiving it in the back row. They're going to set up Brumley for the attack. Dug out by Moon. Clark will set Hatton for a kill, and it's good. 15 kills for Joby Hatton. Fairfield leading it by 8, 20-12, with Clark again serving. Clark serving it deep into the back row to Barr. Smalley and then Gray with a free return. Comes across to Moon. Clark will set Hatton. She tries a soft attack. That didn't work. Now Musser on the attack for Peebles is good. Third kill for Musser. Gray will step back to serve. Gray serves it across to Moon. Clark will set Hatton up for an attack. Nice dig by Gray, but nobody able to get a second hit as it went to the net. So again, Hatton scoring a kill, her 16th. And Peebles takes the timeout. They trail at 21-13. Fairfield leads the set and the match 2-0. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive show through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say, good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
As we come back, Joby Hatton will have the serve for Fairfield. Hatton serves it across to Gray. Abbott to Richards and drops it short on the attack. Couldn't get a good hit. So Fairfield scores the point, and Hatton will step back to serve again. Serving it across, this time Brumley with the dig and the return, and scores the point because Fairfield built a campfire. Nobody wanted to hit it. So Brumley will step back to serve. Peebles stays alive. They trail it by 8. Clark with the set, and the attack by Moon. Gray receives it. Abbott to Richards for a free return. Came across to Hatton. Now Anderson on the attack. Brumley keeping it alive. Returned by Abbott. Moon with the attack. Dug out, but not returned by Peebles. And Moon gets the kill. I have that as 8 kills for Moon. Cox back in for Bales, and May will step back to serve. First serve of the match for Georgia May. And she drops it short for an error. Bales will come back in to replace May. And serving for Peebles is going to be Musser. Again, Peebles needs to get a win here to stay alive, and Musser almost got an ace, but that was saved by Clark. They'll set Abigail Smalley up for an attack, blocked at the net, and Smalley tries a dump, and that doesn't work. Ends up out of bounds, and that will be set match point with Anderson serving. Comes across, and Richards returns. Clark will set Moon up for an attack. That's too strong. Ends up out of bounds. Overhit that one. So Peebles will stay alive at set match point. And Richards will serve. Ella Richards trying to keep her team alive. Serves it across, received by Hatton. Clark sets Moon up for a kill, blocked by Gray. And Fairfield trying to get the return. Somebody saved that one. I'm not sure who it was. But Abbott with a dump. Fairfield still keeping it alive. Back over to Abbott. She'll set Gray up for an attack, and it's good. Nope, it went out of bounds. It was not good. 25-16, Fairfield ends up winning the match. The final point scored off of that attack by Gray for Fairfield scoring the point. And again, Fairfield defeats Peebles 3-0. Stick with us. Our post-game show coming up right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Snappy tomato pizza.
Hey, did you hear you could get a large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi for just $13.99?
What about pepperoni and mushroom?
Yep, add a 2-liter of Pepsi and it's just $13.99.
What about ham and extra cheese?
Yep, that's
chicken and onions?
Yep.
What about my favorite, chicken and bacon?
Yeah, any large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi is just $13.99. Hey, to find your neighborhood Snappy and to order online, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other.
To our post game, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the stats for the Peebles Lady Indians. I had Kaylin Musser with 3 kills and 7 serves. Ava Brumley, 7 serves with 2 kills. Angel Gray, I had her with 5 serves, 1 error, 3 blocks, and 6 kills. I had Smalley, that's Alyssa Smalley, with 1 error on 2 serves. And I had Ashlyn Abbott with 8 total serves. Ella Richards with 3 serves, 1 block, 2 kills. I had Abigail Smalley with a total of 6 serves, 3 kills. And then Lainey Barr with a total of 6 serves and 1 ace. That's a look at your stats for the Peebles Lady Indians. We'll take a quick break, as ready to join me is head coach Jerica Stackhouse for your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll be back with that right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
That's all I need too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Before the overtime thrillers.
Dribbling ahead off the right side. Goes the length of the floor for a layup. Up, we're tied. We're going to overtime.
Before the timely trifectas.
Step back 3 at the buzzer. It's good!
Before basketball comes to the shack, join C103 and Good Guys Radio TV for Basketball 30. Coming soon. Stay tuned. If pre-planning your funeral is the furthest thing from your mind, take a moment to reflect on some of the things closest to your heart, such as your family and friends. Pre-planning your funeral will spare them the burden of making difficult decisions at a difficult time. For information about pre-planning a funeral, visit WallaceThompsonFuneralHomes.com or contact the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester. Trust in the family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
Somebody you know so well.
Yes.
For first round of tournament, that is.
I do not like playing track teams the first get around because, we play them all year.
Right. They know you inside and out.
They do. And they watched our last film and they made the changes that we were practicing yesterday.
Well, that's what you got to do. Peebles played a pretty good game. Offensively, it looks like Gray had about the same number of attacks as she did the last time that you guys met. Yeah, she did. At least I had her for 6, and she scored 6 last time. And it looks like they're spread around just about the same. You got to be nervous every time you face off against Angel Gray. She's a pretty good hitter for Peebles.
She's a very good hitter. She plays the net very well. When those sets are tight, she's hard to read.
And blocks, too. I had her for 3 blocks. She probably had 6. I'm not very good at keeping blocks. But
it's possible, but I don't track those either.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your team. Everything looked to be as it should be. I thought everybody was firing on all cylinders. They had a few mistakes there, I think, early on, and cleaned it up pretty quickly.
The mistakes did come at the first 5 or 6 points of that first set. One of the things that we just have to work on facing any of the teams moving forward is making sure that we start out on top and keeping those cylinders firing from the get-go.
Yeah.
And not coming out flat.
You've got some young players that really help make you a very strong opponent for any team in the Southeast District. Your seniors, though, always get the job done. McKinley Cox, I had her scoring 6 kills. Kelsey Clark, she's your setter, and she still managed to get 3 sneak attacks in there and get 3 kills.
She's been working on that. She's been working on getting those tips in the good spots is what I'll say for that. But she's very set on getting her teammates set up. So she's only going to play and tip it if it's super tight and if she has to.
Yeah. And it's so quick to be able to see that. I don't even know how they do it. To be able to see that there's a hole and I can just hit it there instead of setting it.
That's what we focus on in practice.
Yeah.
She works on that a lot.
Is there a trick to that? It's got to be peripheral, your vision.
That's all that it is. It's just being able to see the shadows in the corners and seeing if you can pick them up.
I wouldn't be able to do that. That's pretty cool. Anderson, another one of your seniors, Mackenzie Anderson. The last time I saw you guys, I think she had about 7 or 8, 9 kills, something like that in that game as well. Always contributing quite a bit offensively. The sophomore, Remy Moon, coming on strong. I love that vertical leap that she's got.
She can jump out or jump over anybody in the gym, and that's one of the things that we're still working on with her. We did see a little bit more of it tonight, but she's just got to continue to keep that elbow up because I think she's overcompensating for how high she's jumping, but she's not reaching for the ball every single time.
So is that why it goes out of bounds sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah, a little too strong. I always call it too strong, but it really it's off aim, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Joby Hatton. I had her for 16 kills. I don't know what her average is, but
she's up there. I know the last time we faced Peebles, I think she had 28. So she's doing a very good job of.
Yeah, you are right. She did have 28. So, well, gee, I guess tonight was an off night.
Or that was just a really good night the first time.
Yeah, I was just teasing. 16 kills, always impressive. And, of course, she does a lot of serving as well. I had her with 3 aces. Overall, I thought your team did pretty good at serve. I had Clark with 3 aces, Bales with an ace, Cox with an ace, and Hatton with 3 aces, and Moon with 3 aces. You had 5 players scoring aces tonight.
If we can keep that number to grow and reduce the number of errors, because we focus on serves every day in practice because we can't score if we can't serve.
Right. Who you got coming up next? I was looking here. You don't play again until Wednesday of next week.
Yes,
you
sir.
probably aren't real thrilled about that long layoff.
We're not at all.
You're going to play either, you're going to play probably number 3 seed Eastern Beaver.
I think you're right.
I think they were playing a really low seed, so we just assumed that Eastern Beaver would probably win that match, and that's who you would be facing off against. Yeah, a whole week away. You got any scrimmages or anything you can sneak in there?
I don't think so, just because everybody that I know is still playing in their tournament games. If anything, we hopefully can get our hands on some film and see what we know, because I don't know anything on Eastern Beaver.
Yeah. We haven't seen them this year, so. But as you know, the Southeast District,
they're
always tough, and they are a 3 seed. Whereas you guys are, remind me again what you are.
6?
You are 6, yep. Yeah, number 6 seed. So they're a 3 seed. Probably means it's going to be a tough match, doesn't it?
And I'm hoping that's what the girls are ready for mentally. I've seen some of their best games. The best game that I think they've played is against North Adams, and I think because they go into it knowing it's going to be tough.
Well, they had really good communication tonight. I could see that as they were working together. That's what you're going to need next Wednesday.
We need our serves, communication, moving, making sure we're passing the ball, getting it up to our target, and not making our setter work overtime.
Yeah, and confidence. They had plenty of confidence tonight.
They did. We've been working on that mental state all season long, and probably my seniors for all 4 years.
Are they pretty good at having confidence even when they know it's a tall order like North Adams?
I think they are. Just some of our younger ones, like some of our freshmen and sophomores, don't have that yet. So hopefully here in the next game's coming or the next year's coming, we can build that.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the victory here tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck next Wednesday against Eastern Beaver.
Thank you.
Head Coach Jerica Stackhouse, thanks for joining us with the ACRMC Family Medicine Coach's Comment Show. We've got one final thing to do. That's to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Match. We'll do that when we come back right after this.
McCarty & Associates, with offices in Hillsborough, Washington Courthouse, and Loveland, is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm celebrating over 50 years of service, serving southern and southwestern Ohio. McCarty & Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. There's a construction project in your future, McCarty & Associates can take your vision and help make it a reality. Visit McCartyandAssociates.com for a complete list of services.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Moon, 3 aces again with 8 kills. Very, very impressive. All the stats for the Fairfield Lady Lions, but leading the kills once again and also tying everybody else with 3 aces is Joby Hatton. 16 kills. I also had her for a block, 12 serves, and 3 aces. So it'll be Joby Hatton, your snappy tomato pizza player of the match for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night. We'll have the North Adams Lady Green Devils facing off against Portsmouth in tournament action. And then we will have a break until Saturday where it'll be Fayetteville versus either Miami Valley Christian Academy or St. Bernard from Norwood High School at 3:30 on Saturday. Tomorrow night's game, first serve, is set for 7 o'clock. So be sure to tune in about 6:40, 6:45 tomorrow night for that North Adams Lady Green Devils match as they start their tournament trail. And then we'll be back with more tournament action next Wednesday. Kind of a little bit of a break there. So tomorrow, Saturday, and then all the way up till next Wednesday, we'll have 3 matches for you coming up next Wednesday. Or at least we hope we will. Fingers crossed. We got to get some wins to get there. All right, I want to thank Brandon Rigdon for engineering everything for me tonight for GoodGuysRadioTV.com, and also Sarah Rigdon and Miley Smith for engineering everything back in the studio at C103. Thanks for listening to Tournament Volleyball action on C103 and watching on GoodGuysRadioTV.com. Congratulations to the Fairfield Lady Lions as they start their tournament trail with a victory tonight over top of the Peebles Lady Indians. That'll do it. Tune in tomorrow night for North Adams and Portsmouth right here on C103.